but we wouldn't have done a video on this product if it wasn't a good product. We've been using this now for several hundred miles, and to me, I don't know why anybody else is spending more money on other products out there. Hey guys, Izzy from Endless RVing, and you can see behind me, we are set up on a flat tow. That is what this video is about, but it's even more important because our setup is going to save you probably 30 to 40% off your traditional flat tow setups. So you're going to want to watch this video to the very end so we can show you how you're going to save some money. So if you've watched our previous videos, we actually did a video on our previous tow setup, which was an open trailer, because there's many advantages of having a trailer. But if you remember in that video, which we'll link above, we talked about flat towing and what were some of the real advantages of flat towing, mainly super easy to do, and you can flat tow your vehicle so you have an overall less of a length versus like a trailer. NSA products, NSA tow bars, they were kind enough, they reached out to us. They wanted to send us their Ready Brute Elite 2 aluminum tow bar setup. In that previous video, we never said that flat towing was a bad thing. It just wasn't for us for several reasons. Number one was the cost, and number two was the cost. But listen, NSA sent it to us. It didn't cost us anything. We're just disclosing that. But we wouldn't have done a video on this product if it wasn't a good product. We've been using this now for several hundred miles. And to me, I don't know why anybody else is spending more money on other products out there. And we're going to show you why. It's just a very simple and way cheaper setup than some of the other products out there. All right, here are some awesome facts about NSA products, NSA tow bars. Number one, all the parts are made in the USA, in Kansas, by American workers. That is always a big plus. Anytime we get a product that's made in the USA by American workers, thumbs up for that. The NSA tow bar products, they offer two main tow bars, right? So they have the one that we have here, the Ready Brute Elite 2. This is an aluminum tow bar, and it's rated to tow up to 8,000 pounds. Now, if you have some big monstrous vehicle that's more than that, well, they got you covered. They also have the Hercules series. That is a steel tow bar that is rated to tow up to 12,000 pounds. Now, what I really like about this system is that simplicity. It's simple and it works. Now, there's other systems out there that are certainly more complicated with electronic braking or air braking. There's all different systems out there. This one works. And we're gonna go from our hitch all the way back and kind of explain just the parts of it. We had to get a drop hitch, so we have a 10-inch drop hitch just because you want everything to be nice and level. Okay, that is a Blue Ox drop hitch. From the drop hitch back, we're gonna explain everything, okay? So now you can get these tow bars if you just want the tow bar. If you have another supplemental braking system and you don't want what's called a ready brake, and we're gonna explain what that is, you can just get the tow bar, and it's actually less expensive. I think it's about 800 bucks, but we got the full setup with the ready brake. So let's start from here, okay? The ready brake is a surge, mechanical surge brake. There's not much that's gonna go wrong here. So it works on motion. So as the motorhome slows down, the momentum, this little lever here will move back, and as a result of that, this cable will pull on the front here, and that cable is actually linked up to the brakes inside our Mustang. So it's actually pulling the brakes using momentum. Now this surge brake, this braking system, very simple, just using some cabling. There's actually an adjustable area here. If you want to do some quick adjustments, you can do that. You have your emergency breakaway cables here, simple cables. They just go latched on. You're also going to have your electronics for your tail lights, but there's coiled ones you can get, and it just plugs right into the front by our bumper as such. In addition, we have the emergency brake controller. It's a mechanical one hooked up to the frame of the motorhome. If there is for some reason a catastrophic failure where this tow bar breaks off, the emergency breakaway cables break off, this will actually just manually pull the brake, and it's only one way, right? So once it pulls, it can only be manually released, and it'll pull the brake. Hopefully this Mustang will go down the side next to us. It will be stopped somewhere. Now, as far as the tow bar itself, again, we have the aluminum tow bar. It's super simple to use. MJ just lines me up, drop it into place. You have some simple release levers here. So what will happen is you would set up, pull the lever. These are fully adjustable. There's no maintenance on them. What's really nice here, so we have a Blue Ox base plate set up on here. You can get whatever base plate you want, and you can use it with this tow bar. Only thing you have to change is right here. These clevises, they come for every major tow bar out there, whether it's Roadmaster, Demco, Blue Ox. You can use whatever base plate you have. You just buy the clevises and you can use it on that base plate. So why does a tow bar make people's life so much easier, which it does? I'm gonna show you how quickly this is to break down. Now, normally when we had the trailer, it was like 15 to 20 minutes setup breakdown. It's getting really good, usually closer to like a half hour, but this is really quick. So the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna pull the pins out from the clevises, which I already started one. Pull that pin out. We're gonna go over to the other side. We're gonna pull the other pin out. All right, that's off, right? So the tow bar is off. Make sure your car is in park. You don't want this to roll on you. Ours is in park and in gear. All right, next thing you're gonna do, and there's no particular order, you're gonna take the emergency breakaway cables off, which we have done. All right, you always wanna X them when you are set up. Then I'm gonna simply take my brake off from the ready brake. Then I'm going to take my actual emergency runaway cable brake. I can clip that right over here on the base plate. Then I'm gonna pull my lights off, right? Those are done. The cable for the lights, that's out. We'll clip these away nicely so it's nice and stowed away neatly. That's done, that's done. Here's the final thing to do, guys. You lift up, push in, that's done. Lift, and this is super light. This is less than 50 pounds. Push in, we're gonna come up, we're gonna close it, and then we are gonna push it down. We'll clip these away somewhere. We'll put our cover on. How long did that take? 2 minutes? To set this up, it's the same thing, just in reverse. Super easy. So we're gonna talk about pricing now and why we think NSA, bang for the buck, is the way to go. All right, so here's the important things. Let's talk about price. Now, originally when we got our trailer, the main reason was price, because we got quoted a setup, the Blue Ox setup installed was almost $5,000, and I just wasn't going to pay that amount of money for that setup, especially that we got a trailer for about 1,400 bucks that could pull anything we wanted. But NSA, in our opinion, is a killer deal. Now, you don't have all the fancy braking, but the reality is we don't even want that. A lot of those braking systems, you have to set up a box every time you're going to go out. You got to set up that box because you can't drive with a box there. This one, it's one shot and it's done. The installation of this system is super simple. Once those cables are run, it's done. So what is the cost of the NSA setup? Now, if you go for, we're just going to talk about complete setup. It's going to have everything you need in the package to get you going. If you want the 8,000 pound setup, would cover most people. That's going to be the Ready Brute Elite 2, the aluminum, 8,000 pounds. That is $2,000. That includes the braking, that includes the cabling. There's actually cabling for lighting inside. So when your surge brake is going, there's an LED light that lights up inside. We didn't do that. We didn't install that. We didn't think that was necessary, but you could certainly do that. $2,000. Now, if 8K is not enough, you need 12,000 pounds. Well, for 100 bucks more, $2,100, you get the complete setup for 12,000 pounds. That is pretty much what it costs without installation anywhere. I'm seeing quotes now on the forums. People are getting quoted $7,500, $6,000, $5,500. Even if you got this installed, which we did, and after it was installed, I kind of realized how simple it was. We got charged $1,000 to have this installed. So from start to finish, if you would set this at $3,000, and those are North Jersey prices, right? The installation's way more expensive in North Jersey. If you have any kind of mechanical inclination and probably 6 to 8 hours of your time, you can do this yourself. High-end, $3,000. Low end $2,000 for a complete flat tow bar setup. If you have to get a drop hitch, that's going to be like another 80 bucks, 100 bucks. You may not need that. That's a no-brainer in our opinion, but it doesn't end there. We also have a 5% off discount code. If you use that discount code within 60 days of this video being released, the discount code is what?
Endless5.
Endless5. You're going to get an additional 5% off whatever you get. All the information, the links to the discount code will be below. The links to NSA tow bars will be below, and it's a small company. So if you call them, the owner, Todd, is likely to answer. He's been doing this for 30 years.
So you can get the 12,000 pound setup for the price of
for $2,100
bucks. You're saving $100. No, but I'm saying you're saving $100.
If
so
you
you're
want,
going to get it for the cost of the
right.
other one.
If you want 12,000, I don't know what you're towing that's 12,000 pounds unless you have like a military Hummer. Well, then actually you would need the. You would need the big one.
Yeah,
but for most people, 8,000 pounds is more than enough. In the comments below, let us know, do you have an NSA system? The reviews online are outstanding. They've been around a long time. It's simple. There's not much that can go wrong. There's really no maintenance. I talked to Todd. I asked him, what is the maintenance? He's like, nothing. Make sure the bolts are tight. There's no maintenance.
And I was able to do it as well.
MJ could do
easily.
You're going to see the parties doing flat tow. They're a lot older because the trailer, although it does have its advantages, it is more physically taxing. And this is very quick. We're set up in like 5 minutes. It's insane. So in the comments below, let us know. Do you have a flat tow setup? What do you have? If you're looking for one, are you looking into NSA? And if you have an NSA system, how is it treating you? And for myself and MJ, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the road.